I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. That offer is that you die now. Thank you.
I think you should just wear that forever. That looks great.
Does it?
I think it actually looks pretty good.
I'll have to improve my mafioso impersonation then.
It's just fun. For some reason, that jacket fits perfectly over it. It's like it should not work, but the jacket works perfectly. What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning?
Tie him up and throw him in the brigade, throw him up and throw him in the brigade, throw him up and throw him in the brigade early in the morning. Take off his pants and throw him off the ship now, take off his pants and throw him off the ship now, take off the pants and throw him off the ship now, early in the morning. Now you've got a brand new set of pants now, now you got a brand new set of pants now, now you got a brand new set of pants now, early in the morning.
Now you gotta wash and fold those pants now, now you gotta wash and fold those pants now, now you gotta wash and fold those pants now, early in the morning.
That's right, lure the scorpions towards us with the grenades. Or as I call them, the scorpion bait.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's right, detonate the car right next to it, you idiot!
Oh, I bet it's that tent right there.
You're gonna believe it.
I feel like maybe there could have been clues at this campsite and we might be blowing up those clues. Oh, it was an ambush behind us!
What do you do with a big old insect? What do you do with a big old insect? What do you do with a big old insect?
Actually, it's an arachnid.
Oh, here it is.
Okay.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
No.
Let me give you a question you can't refuse.
What's on your mind?
I'm not sure how I feel about this whole thing. Honestly, what do you think we'll find in here?
I'm
tempted to just leave it alone.
Sounds like you got cold feet and a yellow spine. It's okay. The two of us will go in there and split the loot.
I'm not going anywhere. I wanted to see where you stood, and you just let me know. Let's get moving.
Woo! What could possibly go wrong with diving into a strange hatch?
Fuck me, I hate caves. Dark, full of critters waiting to bite.
Oh god! Oh god!
Whoa!
It smells like...
I was expecting scorpions, or maybe even red scorpions. Perhaps geckos? I don't know. Not that thing.
Things wanting to bite your nuts off. That's culprit number 1 right here. There's another one. I can see his outline. See him?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
There's one right there too. See him?
No, I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
see his outline?
Yeah, I definitely see him, and I'm murdering him now.
Ooh, he launched a machine gun at me.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I got this more.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I feel like maybe we shouldn't be here. I don't know, maybe Bradley had the right idea.
Nah, let's totally go in. This is fun.
You want to switch to a melee weapon?
Ever heard the adage, don't bring a knife to a gunfight?
Oh, he's mad about that.
Fair enough.
Why don't you swap over to a gun again?
Now you're talking. One shot, one kill, motherfucker.
I hate that phrase.
We're not snipers. We're probably gonna use quite a few bullets to drop enemies.
Yeah.
So, who are you?
Sean Bradley. Never had a middle name, and after my time in the service, I didn't have much use for the first one.
Why did you leave the military?
Well, let's just say I had an abrupt and unceremonious departure from the NCR's armed forces. Leave it at that.
Dishonorable.
Besides, this vocation affords a bit more freedom than one enjoys as a grunt. Not to mention the pay. There's no comparison.
Were you a Section 8 or something? Are you going to have a flashback and snap? I need to know.
Section 8 is where you get kicked out of the military for being mentally unstable.
I've never heard that phrase before. He's not going to dignify that with a response.
Where are you from?
New Reno. It's one hell of a town. Maybe not as big as Vegas, but damn, it's wild. I miss it, even with the drama between the families. Not sure if I'll ever get to go back, though. My mom died when I was 4 or 5.
Killed by raiders?
After that, I was on my own, living on the streets for a few years. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. I developed a talent for pickpocketing tourists, and that got me by till I was about 9 or so. Then one day, I pickpocketed the wrong guy. He was a made man, one of the Mordinos. Caught me going after his pocket watch. Damn near beat me to death on the street. I didn't make a noise, though. Wouldn't give that cocksucker the satisfaction. Apparently one of the bishops saw it and liked my moxie. They got me patched up and took me under their wing, got me distributing jet. That's the big moneymaker out there. I turned into a pretty good dealer, had a solid reputation with the bishops. If I'd stuck around, who knows? I might have gotten made. But, like a lot of things, I fucked it up. When I was 16, young, dumb, and full of cum, I ran into that Mordino fucker again.
Okay.
We were in a bar, and he popped off about that beating you laid on me. Tried to embarrass me in front of everyone. I ignored it. For a while. I waited till he went in the bathroom, then I put him in a chokehold. He started crying, pissing himself. Then I strangled him till he went limp. But you can't off a made guy and expect nobody to notice.
Well, you killed him?
I had to leave town. Mr. Bishop said he couldn't protect me in the city anymore. So I drifted west with a caravan until I saw a recruiting office. When you're starving and homeless, 3 hots and a cot is a damn good deal.
Seems like killing him might have been excessive, but when you're that young, you make dumb decisions. How can we best make use of your skills?
I'm a rifleman by trade, so I fight best from a distance. I'm also trained in hand-to-hand, ground fighting and whatnot. I never use knives. Craziest thing was when I got caught unarmed by a feral ghoul. Big motherfucker. He tried to rip my throat out, so I applied a triangle choke.
What?
I mean, it worked, but rest assured you don't want a feral's gaping maw that close to your balls. Guns are so much better.
Who did you fight against during your time in the NCR?
Feral walruses.
I fight a lot of fucking boredom, that's for damn sure.
Well, that's accurate.
Jokes aside, it was mainly small bands of raiders, bandits, or slavers. I gotta admit, there were few things more gratifying than freeing slaves. It's an awful state. Slavers treat people worse than their dogs. Maybe that's why I despise the Legion. I hear they have a giant slave camp off in Arizona, mining metal for weapons. Hundreds of slaves there. But I digress. Most of the raiders were just small bands until the 80s came along. Those fuckers are a rough bunch, and they're growing. I ran into a few white legs, also the claws. Those crazy fucks drink death claw blood, wear claws on gloves, then gut you in a second. But most of the maniacs I fought were just murdering slobs camped in the desert. Nothing special. There's a lot of them on the frontier.
All right, fair enough.
I want to know your take on all of the factions vying for Vegas. First, tell me of Mr. House.
There are so many bullshit rumors. I don't know what to think of him. Some ranger told me House drinks his own piss and lives in a test tube. I've also heard stories of airships, talking death claws, and other nonsense. I tend to be skeptical of these stories. House is in the same category.
Yeah, it's all probably rumors. How about the Legion? You mentioned that you didn't like them.
I spent most of my career chasing down raiders and slavers. From what I hear, the Legion is the same thing, just on a bigger scale.
Pretty much.
They're no better than most of those other savages outside the NCR. They have organization and discipline, but not much else. But to be fair, sometimes organization and discipline are enough. The NCR tends to forget that and just focuses on fielding warm bodies. I know one thing. We sure as fuck better not underestimate them.
Speaking of which, your feelings on the NCR?
Good people. Bad fucking leadership. Kimball's okay, but the Senate? Bunch of money-grubbing fat cats, paid off by miners and cattlemen. It's the same in the military. Oliver is fucking useless. Too many of the officers got their rank by playing politics, not from combat experience.
True!
It seems to me like we were damn lucky at Hoover Dam. I wouldn't count on that luck to hold 2 times in a row. But if we can win at Zulu, maybe we can hold out at the dam. Either way, I don't plan on being anywhere near here when the music starts.
I didn't realize you were planning on skipping town.
Why wouldn't he?
Because Vegas might need every body available to fight against the Legion.
They'll be fine.
Okay, let's get going.
He's had enough of your talk, your nonsense.
On today's show, Zach is going to teach you about how to start a fire. Step 1, find the super mutant. Step 2, shoot him a lot. Step 3, I don't have a step 3, so I didn't think that far ahead. Anyway, here's a new song.
Come on.
Oh, yeah, just go ahead and cluster in this choke point, it's fine.
Come through the choke point, guy. Barnabas.
Oh,
Wow, he killed me.
he packs a real punch. Boy, look at all these enemies that we gotta kill.
Oh, they're all dead now.
Woohoo.
Let's search Barnabas, huh?
Praise him! Praise him! Praise him! The great hunter walked with us, killed many Brahmin. We honor him. bitch Tabitha rejects us. Rejects the great Brahmin hunter. Take him to Big Square. Offer hot meat. He will rise again. Raise him! Raise him! Raise him! Raise him! Raise him!
Hello. Hey, what's this?
Oh, this is the Great Hunter.
Now, what in the fuck is this? 3 steaks and a sniper rifle. That's what I want at my funeral.
Legs are crushed. Think I'm bleeding inside. Won't last much longer. It's the city. So dark. It's one of the dark figures. Goodman. I know it was him. Told the mutants I was coming. Got me ambushed. They bashed my ribcage in like a bag of fucking carrots. And now they think I'm some kind of god.
What?
Strange. I'd give anything for a muffin right now.
Also what? Further into the cavern we go.
Continued resistance is unlawful.
It's resisting! Well, we got some protectrons down here, but not for long. That's not a protectron!
No survivors, naturally. Thanks, Pops. Nothing I like more than traipsing into a tomb filled with crazed robots.
Yeah, it's great fun, isn't it? Look at the skeleton sitting on top of this holodeck.
Damn, this squatting chafes my balls.
I'm sure it does, but we got bigger fish to fry.
I found more robots for us!
I see laser beams!
It's not a light show, I need your help!
ER 599!
Couldn't get promoted to ER 600 because you suck? I feel like this might be a trap, maybe? Maybe?
Dead skeleton! Keycard!
Alright, you got it.
I thought it was an actual key.
Let's plug the key's grid data into your PipBoy. Damn. If I'm reading this right, we're headed for BFE, east of Nellis. Fuck it, we've come this far. I didn't survive the Nightkin revival just to quit now. Lead the way, partner.
I'm not trying to bust your balls, but I would like to know why you left the service. Make sure that you weren't kicked out for being crazy or something.
Oh, you're not gonna let up, are you?
Nope!
I spent 15 years in the infantry, was 5 away from my pension. I was a staff sergeant when I fucked it all up in Bullhead. I was with President Kimball's Expeditionary Force. It wasn't the toughest fighting I'd seen, but we were pushing hard, getting leaner on supplies and manpower as we pushed ahead. Somebody told me the first casualty of war is innocence, and that's absolute bullshit. The first casualty is fucking sleep.
Yeah?
Marching, setting up camp, running night reconnaissance, fire watch, all these things mean next to no shut-eye for the rank and file. The point is that my guys were wearing out, and I needed them alert. A dozing sentry can get an entire platoon killed. So I reconnect with a few old contacts and managed to scrounge up some jet. I thought it would be a stopgap solution, something temporary. Wrong. Before I knew it, half the squad was hooked, so even when I stopped distributing it, the damage was done. Don't get me wrong, it did some good. It may have saved some lives in the final push when some of those boys were running on adrenaline. But when the smoke cleared and we settled in, they were still fiending. Things went downhill pretty quick, and the brass wanted heads to roll. They were threatening every NCO in the company. Hell, the entire division. It started with me, so I jumped on that grenade. Only reason they didn't line me up in front of a firing squad was because of my combat record. Instead, I got 10 years in the brig. I did 5. One of my old NCOs, a man named Lancaster, did me a solid in the trial, testifying on my behalf. Not sure what became of him. So there I was, dishonorably discharged, no pension, no real work skills outside fighting. I was a ready-made merc.
So you did the same thing that Nazi Germany did when they invaded France, where you just loaded down your soldiers with as much methamphetamines as possible.
I'm sure the Nazis weren't the only ones to do that. I'm pretty sure
They were kind of the first ones to do it. The Nazis actually created meth.
I'm sure other militaries have used drugs to enhance their combat performance.
Yeah, but not like issuing Pervitin to everybody and saying, hey, this'll make you stay awake, and trust me, there's no side effects.
Apparently Bradley didn't learn from history, otherwise you would have known that's not a good idea.
Random side story time. During the continuation war, there was a Finnish soldier who got separated from his unit and had his entire unit's supply of Pervitin, was injured, and was getting basically attacked by the Soviets.
Please tell me he didn't inject all of the drugs.
Oh no, it was a pill. And he was unable to get just one pill out of the bottle,
No.
so he just dumped the entire bottle into his hand and took all of it. He basically took 30 persons worth of methamphetamines and spent the next 2 weeks going on an insane spree, skiing through Finland, avoiding the Russians, shooting at people, stepped on a landmine, got horribly injured, spent 3 days lying in a ditch until he realized that nobody was coming to save him, and then skied all the way back to his lines. Surviving the entire time only on pine nuts and one blue jay that he captured and ate raw.
This is not a real story.
This is a very real story. When he got back, they found he had lost his weight down to 94 pounds. His heart rate was up to 200 beats per minute.
It's pretty fast.
He had also blacked out and couldn't remember anything other than eating a blue jay. There's a picture of him, and it looks like a man who has seen the face of God, spit in it, and then skied away as fast as possible.
Maybe he didn't eat a blue jay. Maybe he just thought he did because he was on a psychopathic trip. Maybe he only ate a robin. Well, doing a bunch of drugs and skiing through the mountains sounds like a crazy lifestyle, Bradley. Have you ever thought about settling down?
It never suited me. Besides, that would mean getting married, and there was only ever one real woman in my life.
Your gun?
And she's long gone.
Who is this woman you mentioned? Seems like you have some strong feelings about her that you're not willing to share.
Is it old lady methamphetamine?
Christ, you really want to hear this stuff?
No.
Okay. The woman, she was every bit a woman.
Except for the
Well,
penis.
a good bit older than me when I met her. I was 16 when everything you feel is magnified. Her name was Jessica Wright, married to some big shot in the Wright family. It was freak luck meeting her, really. She had an arrangement with the bishops where they'd secretly deliver Jet since her husband was a control freak. One of our guys was sick, and since I was the next slinger in line, young Bradley got the job of delivering Jet to Mrs. Wright. I remember seeing her the first time in that black dress. She had dark skin and eyes and those hips. Jesus, I can almost feel them. Maybe it was just good timing, but we connected right away.
Get your hand off me.
It was like
Sorry.
nothing I had felt before, and nothing since. Jess was the sort of woman who could put crazy thoughts in your head with just a look, not to mention her touch. Jesus, she was amazing.
This is not appropriate
I
for
had
you
dumb
two.
dreams about killing her husband, marrying her. She was the focus of my youth, my passion. Maybe I left it all with her. When I had to leave Reno, I wrote her a letter asking if she'd go with me. She never wrote back. I figured she'd moved on. Being in the military, always in camp or on campaign, I tried to forget about her. I had more than my share of whores, but it wasn't the same.
Whores.
Funny thing is that after all this time, I mostly remember Jess's smell. That perfume, her hair.
She never bathed.
Not a day goes by that I don't think of her.
Maybe she actually did write you a letter back, but it got lost in the mail because we're the only reliable courier in the entire world.
And we're really bad at it, so that tells you how good the mailmen are.
Yeah, we spent the last 2 years not even delivering mail, just going around killing people.
Yeah,
We suck.
I mean, technically that's what most mailmen do.
Yeah, that's why they call it Go Postal, right?
ZMT machines! You ever thought about going back to Reno and finding her?
That was almost 25 years ago. I'm sure she's moved on. I should have done the same long ago.
You should forget about that hussy. There's other fish in the sea, muchacho!
Watch your fucking mouth. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. You say you gave your first love meth, and then you did a bunch of horrors on Pervitin?
Don't do math, kids.
Don't go skiing, kids.
Don't go skiing.
The note that we happened upon.
Something happened down there. The engineers can't explain it. The AI switched and just went crazy. Started killing everyone. I knew something was wrong with it. Something different. The scientists said Vulcan 4 would change everything. Ensure our victory when we emerged. It could destroy us all. Most of the garrison is gone. I've ordered the men to use our remaining explosives to seal off the lower levels and contain this thing. May God have mercy on our souls. Colonel Dick Phillips, Commanding Officer, Outpost Linus. Laser rifle! Pew pew pew! Pew! Whoa! Focus! Focus! Focus!
So we have 2 of the 3 keys now. Just one more at Lambda, huh? Just keep your eyes on a swivel. You never know what's gonna pop out.
There it is.
Hooray! Into this hatch.
Whoa, no skeletal remains or batshit robots. Place looks like it's held up pretty well. Maybe Dad was looking out for me after all.
I doubt it.
So,
Look, skeletons!
Fuck my life. Thanks a lot, Dad. Here, son. Here's a key to a death trap full of fuck always to die.
you don't know he sounded like that. You never met him.
He did sound like that, though.
We have barred the passage. The door is sealed. A few families left, holding out here. The ammunition will run out soon. More keep coming from below.
This is a terrible poem.
They told us it was safe. Nothing to worry about. We cannot get out. We cannot get out. I can hear them. The scratching, the screams. They are coming. We cannot get out.
What an awful poem.
Must be freeform.
Yeah, it's a freeform poem. Those suck.
Those aren't real poems.
Cool!
How about that? I don't know who they were fighting, but they were definitely fighting. I'm gonna assume Enclave versus ghouls, maybe?
Something?
What kind of monsters are down here? I'm curious.
Goo pile! Ash pile!
What were they before they became those?
This is what it was! It was this roach the whole time!
Really?
Yeah, yes, it was me. I'm the one who did it. Fear me, for I am the Roach. That is my supervillain name. I'm gonna come up with a better one eventually. This is just kind of, it's temporary. It's a placeholder.
They were fighting an army of roaches?
Nope, just me. I was the only one.
Then what are all those goo piles and ash piles?
Those were the people I turned into goop and ash.
Oh, you devious monster.
Yes, I am evil. Watch me scurry away. Through this hole in the wall that I put here. Shit, where'd the hole go?
Yeah, that's what scurrying sounds like, alright. Let's go find the real mastermind here. Because that roach is probably just serving a higher up.
You don't believe that it was the roach?
No, he's just the fall guy. It was me, you guessed correctly. Ow, ow. They were fighting roaches? Really?
Yes.
What?
What's transpiring here?
Okay, if the rats did all this, my opinion of the entire enclave just went to shit.
I don't really have a good opinion of them anyway.
Ow!
Well, this brings whole new meaning to ankle biter.
He's my pet. He's my pet. Little Jake. Little Jake is a good rat. He's just misunderstood.
He looks like he's kind of an asshole.
I'm in the middle of training him right now. He'll learn to stop biting
But
me
I think
eventually.
if you have to stand on a chair to get away from your pet, it's not a good pet.
Thank you for killing Jake. I hated him. But I couldn't bring myself to do it myself because I loved him too much.
Oh, I know how that goes.
Oh, they were fighting ghouls. I knew it.
I think it was just the one ghoul, actually.
There's several, I'm sure.
I think we can rule out rats as the culprit.
Yeah.
I hope you brought Rad-X. God damn zombies. Fuck my life.
What, is this the first zombie horde you fought? Hey, it's a friend here.
Shit. You ever get that feeling in your stomach, makes you taste vomit in the back of your throat? That just happened. All hostiles down.
No, not all hostiles down. There was one right there. You didn't see him?
And by one, there are actually quite a few. Why don't we just stand here and defend this like a choke point? They just love to run through it, so yeah.
Yeah, everyone here, free dinner!
The plan was to hold the choke, but who knew they would flank us?
Or that he would decide to go the wrong... Why? Use guns! He was equipped with, brass knuckles.
Oh.
For some reason, he suddenly decided brass knuckles were the way to go.
He said he did have unarmed training, so...
He also said he didn't like using unarmed.
Yeah, well, maybe he lied to you. You know what they say, make your enemies think you're weak and... Alright!
What are you armed with, Mike?
Yeah, here we go, buddies!
You're complete.
Why, Mike? Why?
I brought this back from the MT, I just wanted to whip it out for special occasions.
Alright.
What better weapon to use in an Enclave hideout?
I think it's appropriate. Just beating him to death with an antenna.
Yeah. I'm not getting good reception here!
Oh! Ah, this must be the way we're going.
Oh, yes, the biohazard radiation symbol.
Oh, Christ almighty.
You're gonna bleed.
Leroy Jenkins!
Oh man, he just ran in.
It's like playing whack-a-mole! A very, very deadly game of
They just keep
whack-a-mole!
healing each other! I'm gonna die of radiation poisoning because these stupid feral ghouls keep healing each other.
You're like some rabbit ears?
Suck on this.
I'm struggling to think of antenna puns, but antenna puns.
Don't touch that dial.
After these messages, I'll be right whack.
All right, that was fun, and by fun I mean miserable. Oh God.
Does Radaway have any side effects? Because I'm kind of chugging it like water right now.
I think one of the side effects is it makes you very thirsty, and one of the other side effects is it makes you sterile.
Does it also make you think that antennas are a good idea, or is that all me? Captain Ballarms, Dr. Doolittle, Jerry McGoolberry, look at all these familiar faces.
Are those familiar faces?
Do you not recognize them? Oh no, they're in here, no! Do you mind? We're trying to look at a cool reference on the wall.
Yeah, I don't think we're supposed to stay and fight these guys. Oh God, they followed us!
Oh, hooray! Yeah, alright. Joke's on them, they all appeared at the same time, ready to be gunned down. I dropped my antenna.
Close the door! Close the door! Close the door! Close the door!
We're alive!
Yeah, great.
We survived and we got all 3 keys. Let's go to the next point.
Law-abiding citizens, please
Oh,
leave
boy.
the area.
Oh, this one's RY 600.
Medic.
Sorry, Bradley, I didn't mean to cripple your head.
Hello, what is this?
Ooh, I bet I can shoot these.
This place feels like an ambush.
Fuck. Somebody just sealed that door up. We're trapped in this motherfucker.
Called it.
I think someone's using the intercom. Go ahead and see what these assholes want.
Oh, good, they have a camera.
So they can see us.
Ah, the intrepid explorers! Let me just say, it's been a pleasure tracking your adventures. Some close calls. You even found places we didn't know about. Truly commendable.
I'm assuming you're with the Syndicate?
Yeah, who are you?
Name is Zimmer. I'm a representative for a certain organization which has a stake in this vault.
Yeah, you're with the Syndicate.
Really, it's only a name. Some people call it the outfit, our thing. Don't read into it too much. We are just a group of businessmen with shared interests. There's nothing more to it.
A stench blossom by any other name.
You suck.
What do you want from us?
Pretty simple. We want the gold and weapons sealed up in those vaults. Contractually, it belongs to us. I suppose Sellers neglected to mention that little caveat. You and Mr. Bradley were kind enough to lead my scouts here, and perhaps I respect your commitment, so I offer you this. I will let one of you leave, right now. Who leaves is entirely up to you and Bradley. I should inform you that my hacker friend is taking control of the security systems. I can fill that chamber with nerve gas in under a minute. Who would have thought that a fiend hacker could be so capable? I swear they come from all walks of life. It never ceases to amaze me.
That's
If
surprising.
you find yourselves unwilling to settle things, well, just say the word, and you can huff some VX. I hear it does wonders for the sinus pressure.
VX doesn't do anything with the sinus pressure, it's a nerve agent.
I'll be eagerly watching this little contest through the camera, so don't consider any trickery. Kill or be killed, just as it should be.
Wow, I have a lot of questions about this. If we led you here, how did you plan a trap?
Yeah, that's a good point. What's to keep me from taking all the loot?
Besides the fact that I can fumigate the vault with nerve gas? Well, you'll find it difficult to access the various chambers with your keys. Your keys open the arsenal itself. My keys, however, provide access to whatever is inside those vaults. Sellers didn't mention that, did he? See, when the good Mr. Sellers made the arrangement with us so long ago, he provided part of the access cards, but shrewdly kept the others. Everyone consented, knowing full well that neither side could easily rip the other off. Sellers had other plans, it seems.
Just so you know, when I get out of here, I will devour your soul. I mean that. I have found a way to rip out the human soul and consume it, and it's delicious.
Easy, Courier. I've got a fiend up here with delicate sensibilities. You wouldn't want to offend him, right? Why don't you save all that aggression and angst for Mr. Bradley?
I hate mafia assholes so much.
Fuck, I don't want to do this, but fuck me, I'm sorry.
I can see he's already put down his weapon. Oh no, he swapped it back over to the brass knuckles.
Yeah, we can find a way out of this.
No, I'm not gonna get gassed like a fucking insect. I'd rather go out with a weapon in my hands. Sorry, Courier.
You don't have to do this, Bradley. Come on, let's talk it over. There might be a way out of this that we all get to live.
I'll see you on the other side, Courier.
Oh, for God's sake.
All
All right,
right.
well, fine then.
Fine. Home run! Woo! Soon after Bradley crumbles to the floor, you hear Zimmer chortling through the intercom, followed by the shutter of the doors as the locks turn. So he's unlocked the door. He just wanted us to kill Bradley, didn't he?
Apparently so.
You know, now that I think about it, I don't think there ever was any nerve gas. I think that was a fake out. So this must have been the control room he was in, and he killed the fiend. I see.
Oh, lovely.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh, this fiend was wearing reading glasses. Not anymore, he's not.
Billy, someone offed Shulgin, so most of the group are drifting back to the ruins around Vault 3. Luckily for us, the outfit keeps supplying a lot of jet for odd jobs. They mainly want us to keep the pressure on West Side, though we said not to get carried away. Just holdups, kidnappings, and the occasional murder. He also said to let the militia use the worst junkies for target practice. As long as the dope is flowing, I'm down for anything. I'm gonna push off tonight. You're welcome to join me. Ever get high and watch Eileen work a prisoner? Crazy shit, man. Sincerely, Jack. P.S. If you ever need extra work, just talk to Hastings over in The Thorn. Big Bastard has some juicy contacts with the outfit. Can hook you up. See you later, and hope this guy who's got the gun in the back of my head doesn't kill me. Ah, he has. I am dead now.
All right, well, let's go talk to what's-his-name.
Bye, thanks for visiting. Come again. See you later. Wow, what a great time. I hope you had fun here today. See ya. Bye, bye, bye. Oh man, I'm tired. I have to do this all day. Please, somebody. My break was supposed to be an hour ago.